There's a strange rule that almost nobody talks about. The closer you get to the thing you've been chasing, the more likely you are to blow it up yourself, not fail at it, not lose interest in it, sabotage it with your own hands. Let's talk about Maya. Maya spent 2 years working toward a promotion. She stayed late, took on extra projects, built relationships with the right people. Everything was lining up perfectly. Then, 3 weeks before the final decision, she did something completely out of character. She stopped showing up early. She missed a deadline for the first time in years. In one meeting, she said something dismissive to the exact person who had the most influence over her promotion. She didn't get it. And when she looked back, she couldn't even explain why she did any of it. It wasn't laziness. It wasn't a bad week. Something in her just pulled the plug. This happens far more often than people admit. And there's a reason for it. Your brain isn't actually trying to make you happy. That's a myth. Your brain's real job is to keep you predictable, familiar, safe, and safe doesn't always mean good. It just means known. If deep down, some part of you never fully believed you were the kind of person who gets promoted, or gets the relationship, or gets the recognition, then actually getting it creates a problem, a mismatch. Your reality suddenly doesn't match your self-image. And when that happens, your mind doesn't celebrate. It corrects. It pulls you back down to the version of yourself it recognizes. This is why so many people can work incredibly hard for something, and then, right at the finish line, do something that quietly costs them everything. It's not bad luck. It's not a coincidence. It's your identity fighting to stay in familiar territory. Here's where it gets even more interesting. This pattern shows up in ways you'd never expect. The person who finally starts losing weight and then accidentally falls off right when people start noticing. The couple who finally finds real intimacy and then one of them picks a pointless fight the next day. The entrepreneur who gets their first big client and suddenly can't sleep, can't focus, starts making careless mistakes they never made before. None of these people wanted to fail. Every single one of them would have said they wanted success more than anything. But wanting something and believing you're allowed to have it are two completely different things. And when those two are out of sync, belief always wins. Think of it like a thermostat set to a certain temperature. If the room gets too cold, the heater kicks in. If it gets too warm, the air conditioning kicks in. Your brain has a similar setting for success, for how much money, love, recognition, or achievement feels normal to you. Go above that setting, even for a moment, and your mind will quietly find a way to cool things back down. Not through anything dramatic, just small decisions. A missed deadline, a careless comment, a sudden wave of exhaustion at exactly the wrong time. It doesn't feel like sabotage while it's happening. It feels like a bad day, bad timing, bad luck. But the timing is never random. Now, here's the part that changes everything once you see it. The discomfort you feel right before a big win isn't a warning sign to stop. It's actually proof that you're doing something your old identity never accounted for. That tight, uneasy feeling isn't telling you something is wrong. It's telling you something is changing. And your mind, being wired for survival rather than growth, mistakes change for danger. Once you know this, you can catch yourself in the act. The moment you feel that unexplainable urge to cancel, to quit, to pick a fight, to disappear right when things are finally working, that's the exact moment to pause and ask yourself one question. Am I actually failing? Or am I just afraid of a version of myself I've never had to be before? Maya asked herself that question eventually. Too late for that promotion, but not too late for the next one. A year later, the same opportunity came again. This time, 3 weeks before the decision, she felt that same tightness in her chest, the same urge to pull back, and this time, she recognized it. She didn't act on it. She just let the feeling pass through her without letting it drive. She got the promotion. The uncomfortable truth is this: most people don't fail because they run out of ability. They fail because somewhere inside them, a smaller, older version of themselves is still terrified of becoming someone new. So the next time you feel yourself pulling back right before the finish line, don't ask what's wrong with you. Ask what you're finally becoming, and whether you're brave enough to let yourself have it.